Have you ever tried to intentionally forget? How about a certain play you wish you could take back on the sports field? My name's Andy Tryant, and today I'm going to speak about motivated forgetting as it pertains to the development of one's social identity and how it affects the personal connections within one's in-group. By intentionally trying to suppress a memory or action, it does not remove it from within one's mind, but simply makes it even more accessible as a characteristic. When someone tries to suppress a memory or trait, it exposes it even further and makes it even more difficult to remove it from one's mind. This is due to the fact that constant reminder is occurring. In this presentation, I'm going to speak about why someone would want to change a part of themselves for social acceptance, how social identity can get threatened, and if it's even possible to perform motivated forgetting for in-group acceptance. The title of my article was Motivated Forgetting in Response to Social Identity Threat by Amy M. Dalton and Lee Hung. The article challenges the acceptance of motivated forgetting, which is the intentional forgetting of certain memories or characteristics that are deemed to be unfavorable by society and especially within one's in-group, where a person would greatly want to be viewed as a member with similar traits. In-group refers to a social group to which a person psychologically identifies as being a member of. The article I read coincides directly with Chapter 5 in Social Identity. The communication accommodation theory states a person's willingness to adapt both verbally and non-verbally to the person of interaction. They will adapt in either a similar or dissimilar way, depending if the person views themselves as being a member of the group or not. Someone may want to change themselves or a certain situation that's deemed to be unfavorable, such as a botched play or assignment that can be looked down upon by peers and coaches for generations. A person may not want to remember these plays or events in order to gain social acceptance. They may intentionally try to forget them. These events can cause one's social identity to be threatened if the event is remembered. There's nothing worse than being remembered as the guy who botched a play or messed up a whole season because they failed to do an assignment. Out of all the groups that I could think of, athletes would want to perform motivated forgetting the most. But is it even possible? The researchers' hypothesis was that even relatively neutral content can be forgotten if said content is linked to a social identity threat and people are motivated to protect themselves from the threat. The interpersonal relationship I chose to explore is that of high school sports teams. One can be a member of a sports team by simply joining, practicing, and going through the motions. But to feel as if you are an integral member of the team, you may also want to be socially accepted. Due to this desire, one must also have their social identity accepted by the team. This may include, but it's not limited to, doing extracurricular activities, such as fundraisers, optional workouts, and even going to team dinners. Although these events are, as stated, extracurricular, a person may feel obligated to join the team by doing these events. As a member of many sports teams, both past and present, there were events where I've tried to intentionally forget due to the nature of the event being negative, or for the potential of a negative thought being provoked in a teammate's mind later on down the road. By reading this article, I have learned that this was done because the event was not even significant enough for me to actually remember. I did not actually perform motivated forgetting, because the act in itself is a catch-22. If I try to purposely forget an event, it will continue to remind me, and hence the alternative will result. I will continue to remember it. As a result, the researchers found that motivated forgetting not only operates without consciousness, but also without any conscious awareness of the motive itself. Based on the readings of this article, and by applying it to the study of interpersonal relationship, it seems as if one simply cannot perform motivated forgetting in order to increase their overall acceptance within a group. The ability to forget a negative event in order to improve one's social identity and reduce the threat to it falls in the fact that it simply happens without knowing it.